Okay, there were plenty of moments the script could have flipped on this one tonight, but how impressive was it, your guys pitching out of those jams they were in?
Man, unbelievable. When you look at what Braxton in the second inning, bases loaded, nobody out, and to be able to get out of that without a run scoring was really impressive. Because the fastball command wasn't there, didn't seem to have the command of anything in particular in the middle of that inning, and for him to be able to get bases loaded, dial it back in, and work through it, it was incredible. Burrows came in, pitched extremely well through the sixth, coming out for the seventh, going through the top, and then Matson, back-to-back days, and Santana. I mean, I don't think we get to talk about him enough. He's been, so steady for us all year long and dominated again in the ninth.
Tony, I'm sure you'd rather have the first inning than the second, but from a learning opportunities, is that almost as welcome as anything to see him in that type of situation and how he handles that Braxton I'm talking about?
Yeah, the way he handled it, I think we've had a bunch, since maybe the All-Star break, but in the last couple of days, when you look at, Carmen starting yesterday, getting through that second inning, a lot of pitches, found a way to minimize the damage. Chandler coming in, giving up the first runs he's given up, but continuing to attack, continuing to make adjustments. The mindset there, and then with Ashcraft and Burrows today, Ashcraft in that second inning, finding a way to dial it in when he didn't really have the normal stuff that he has, the command of his stuff, and he found a way to get through and get out of it without any runs in that second inning. Was really good, and then Burrows just attacked. It was really, really good.
Dodgers are averaging 5 runs a game. You said yesterday the 4-run lead wasn't safe. What's it like to shut them out?
Yeah, I mean, just credit to our pitching staff and defense, and the way that they attacked the zone, got ahead, and when had people on base finding a way to, Sis getting, going through the top of the order and getting, through Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman, great job by him there.
What impresses you more about this pitching staff when you think about what they did tonight, knowing 4 of those 5 guys out there were rookies against the returning World Series champion?
Yeah, rookies, and just I think what we've been talking about, that mindset and the competitiveness of attacking the zone, and even when things started to get out of control a little bit, being able to rein it back in and get back in the zone and make pitches when they had to. That's I think it's tough when you're going, especially for rookies, they haven't been in those situations, feeling that pressure, so to speak, against the World Series champs, and to be able to come through and find a way when you don't have your nasty stuff in the command, finding a way to get through that outing, because you're not always going to have it, and learning what you can go to in those moments is really big.
Speaking of the rookies, what can you say about Joey Bart managing a young staff tonight?
Yeah, he did a great job behind the plate and at the plate. When you look at what he did defensively, catching those guys, and then had some huge hits for us, especially that last one to put us up 3. That might have been the best at bat Brian, for me, has had all year. In the first inning, 12 pitches, and then hitting that laser beam out to right, and then Kutch, following it up there to give us a 2-run lead, and then Bart coming up that 3rd run. That insurance run is really huge.
How nice was it to see Cam be his first hit tonight?
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, he took some really good swings in Boston. Felt like he got sped up maybe a little bit yesterday at home. Was able to slow it down today, and almost made a heck of a play on Ohtani. That's a really tough ball with as fast as he is.
Ohtani was scratched today from pitching. So how far in advance were you made aware of the change?
Yeah, we had. They gave us a little bit of a heads up. We had time to be able to adjust and let our guys know and be able to put the lineup together.
What's it been like to see Dennis kind of embrace that closer's role, especially the way he has finished off the games last night and tonight?
Man, I can't say enough about him and the attitude he brings every day. He's a leader on this team, and the way that he goes about it, he is always prepared, always ready. There were times earlier this year when he was in more of the setup role. We were bouncing back and forth with him and Bednar, and David kind of established himself in the 9th inning again, and then Santana. There were multiple times. I think once we brought him in the 5th inning, and never hearing it. He is ready. He's a competitor. He is always ready to take the ball and go compete. And I can't say enough great things about him.
But especially with Ohtani coming up there with 2 outs, and very easily could have been like, okay, no shutout tonight. just as much one swing can change it. It was like to see him strike out Ohtani-Dodgers.
Yeah, right after him too, you know, and that's going right after him with the fastball, and then gets the foul ball, and then the one beneath the zone. That's just that's his attitude and the way he goes about it. And the thing that I love about him too is sometimes he doesn't have his stuff, and he, like Colorado didn't have a great outing. He wanted the ball the next day, and that's that competitive mindset that he brings himself, and it rubs off on other guys too.
Don, when you look tonight, like, you know, Hannah was saying, you had four pitchers, rookies, 8 innings. How excited are you about how you set up for the future? And I realize there's still a little time left in this season, but when you see all the young pitching you have here, what do you think about that?
Yeah, it's the foundation. We've talked about that a lot as a team, as an organization. It's the foundation for us of, you know, pitching, defense, and the starting pitching is the rock. And you know, in saying that, we've got a lot of guys that are starting pitchers that showing that mindset to come out of the pen, like Burrows did tonight, like Bubba did last night, just willing to take the ball and go out and pitch and dominate the innings that they're called to go execute and throw. And it's been infectious in the way that they've all gone about it and bought in and thrown the ball extremely well.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.